Howdy and welcome to a new Battlefield video. I'm still trying to figure out some volume issues, as I sometimes feel the game volume could be louder, so please leave me feedback if you have any suggestions. Anyway, what you see here is some team deathmatch action. I'm not really a team deathmatch person. I prefer object-based matches, but once in a while I join a team deathmatch just to mix things up a bit. Battlefield isn't really made for TDM, but I have to say they did a really good job in closing down those big maps to make the matches more intense and more interesting. But not all maps, or not all Battlefield maps, are really good TDM maps. I have to say this one is one of them that works pretty well, and is also, because of that, is very popular. So you know, I have many great gameplay videos, but I don't like to post the same map twice, as I find it very boring to watch myself on other YouTube channels. If I like someone on YouTube, I want to see them play on a different map in each video, so I can see how they handle the map. Once I've seen that, I don't really need to see that anymore, even though it's a different match. It's still the same map and the same gameplay or the game type. Anyway, I don't make money out of this, so I really don't want to spam you with repetitive content just because I run out of ideas or because I don't do that for fun. Actually, I love editing videos. I have been doing this long before I even had a YouTube account. And yes, you can see on my channel I have non-gameplay videos as well. I love to just make music videos and just come up with ideas that have something to do with the music and not something to do with gameplay. So for once, I didn't want to talk about gameplay, but a topic that has been going through my mind and many other people's minds lately, which is gun control. I'm totally against guns. Surprised? Yes, I am. Meaning, I'm against civilian owning guns. I hate that gamers are blamed for mass shootings, but I'm not really that surprised, because there are actually a lot of gamers who own guns and don't even feel bad about showing them off on their YouTube gaming channels. I recently watched a very long podcast of one of the very popular YouTube gamers where he had a discussion with his buddies for over an hour, and they were bragging about their guns, showing off their guns. They were heavy machine guns, and one of the guys had probably at least 5 or 6 guns, if not more. And considering that we gamers are trying to separate us from the gun nuts, this doesn't really help us. Also, considering how many little kids watch gaming videos and that they actually see how other gamers think it's cool to own a real gun and show it off, and heavy machine guns under them, is just wrong. Simply wrong in my mind. And I think parents should be really concerned about that as well. And I don't think parents probably even know what's going on YouTube. So anyway, just that's kind of like my rant about those kind of gamers. I don't know what the fascination is about guns in this country. This fascination has cost so many innocent lives, caused many dramas, and lots of people are in prison because simply they were angry and they shot someone and they didn't even realize what they did until it was too late. Yes, there are shootings in other Western countries, but they are very rare, as most people simply don't own a gun or even know how to use one. And it's also not something that is so popular. There's no gun shops or anything, so you're not being reminded on guns all the time. There always will be bad people who know how to get a gun, but it will be much harder for them to get one, and therefore much more expensive, just like drugs. What many gun lovers don't want to admit is that good people who have a gun in a house or in their house may all of a sudden turn bad, go postal, or accidentally kill someone, or even kill themselves. If they didn't have a gun, this would not even happen. There are so many people with anger issues who get in a state of rage where they lose all their common sense, and that's when they may grab their gun next to them on their bedside draw in their bedside drawer, wherever they have it, go out and shoot someone and rage. So then they calm down and they see what they've done and then they regret it, but it's already too late. It cost someone's life. So if they didn't have a gun at that moment, that would all not have happened. They would not have, they would have instead probably bumped their head against the wall, gone and ate something, gone, drank some booze, did something else, but not harmed someone else's life. Do you see my point? Well, it takes an educated mind to really understand the nonsense of the current gun law. And unfortunately, not everyone is well educated. But we can make sure that we educate the uneducated via YouTube, social networks, and TV, and hope for a better future in this country. I don't think that shooting games should be blamed for the shootings. Otherwise, we would have to blame action movies and horror movies as well. Especially hacker and slasher movies, talk about it. And what about paintball and laser dome matches? That's pretty real, isn't it? Let's just blame them all. No, really. You could compare these to playing cops and robbers as a kid. Just because I loved to play a robber didn't mean that I wanted to become a robber in real life. For me, it was a game, and don't most of us love role-playing, right? Even though I'm a huge FPS gamer, I have absolutely no interest in owning a gun. Actually, one time I had the chance to hold a MAC-10 in my hands at a neighbor's house, but I felt a cold shiver going through my whole body and I had to put it down quickly. Just knowing what that small piece of metal can actually do. So enough about this subject. I'm sure some of you disagree with me, but I hope I didn't annoy you. I think this is the country where people can voice their opinions, and if you don't want to listen, you don't have to listen. If you don't want to watch my videos, you don't have to watch my videos. But maybe you're interested in what my thoughts are, what I'm thinking about, and how I think about life. There's a lot more things I could talk about, and I'm not sure if I will do that in the future or not. I may or I may not. So if you want me to talk more about my thoughts about life, let me know in the comments. Give me some feedback. Otherwise, I'll just post whatever I want to and whatever I feel like. Because after all, like I said before, I do this for pure fun. For me, this is a hobby. This is something I do on the side. I work a lot. I have long days. I have 12-hour work days, including my commute. So I have very little time for my hobbies, but I take every minute I can to work on things like making videos, making music, photography, all the other things I do. So as you can see, I am a gamer, but I have a life. So thanks for listening and watching, and I let you watch the rest of the video without me talking. Take care and see you at a later time.
Okay, grab your ammo!